Alright, this is correct. Everything's good. Anyway, like I was saying, I can't get to sleep at a normal time anymore. I just can't. And I tried. Because on Friday, I got to sleep at like 8, but then I woke up at 9 a.m. And I had planned to wake up at 4 a.m. like I usually would. See, 8 to 4 is what? 4 hours to get to 12. 4 hours to get to 4. It's 8 hours. I should be able to sleep from 8 p.m. to 4 a.m. Reasonably. I should be able to get to sleep, stay asleep, and do that. However, I ended up sleeping and then slept through my alarm. And I got mad because of that. It made me super upset. That was not great. Should be able to sleep like a normal human. What? Ticking memory connection. Excuse me. How have you crashed? This is unfair. Mr. Mojang. How dare you crash my game? Da, 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 da. Dun, 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 dun. Mr. Sandman. Dun, 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 dun. I love that song, but I don't actually know what the lyrics are. It's not my music, so. Well, it is kind of. It's kind of something I enjoy. I hope my neighbor is still drunk. That'd be amazing. He's been awake for 5 days straight. 5 days straight. To look out, go look over there. I wonder if this pen spring would make a good M4 or AR-15 platform if you mess up the... No, they don't have springs in those, do they? Do they have springs? No, M249 has a spring. M249 could use a replacement spring, like a pen spring, probably. And it's not too bad. This would probably fit in there. This is probably like the perfect spring for that. I mean, it looks kind of like it. The problem is that the length of this... Please don't crash my game. Please don't do it today. Dun 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 dun. All right, it's time to get tired. So, I'll go ahead and tell you all what I do besides that. Besides try to get tired. So I do my ultra leg day today. Ultra leg day. I went to all the machines. I'm not gonna lie, I enjoy the machines. Best part of the gym is machines. Can hit legs in 7 billion ways, dude. So that's what I've been doing. I go there, hit legs, arms, whatever it is. So many ways to hit those. It's unbelievable. Nice. Super nice. We need some HEV armor, guys. We need it now. But yeah, huge gym grind. It's been going good. Because I've been working at that constantly. been amazing. What am I doing? Oh, I'm trying to change in studio the hold on 1 second, guys. I gotta change the thumbnail for the stream because I have this tendency to not do so. Change. Because that's why I took the screenshot. Boom. There we go. That should look pretty good. So we left off, we had just completed the new setup for our nuclear program, which allows us to effectively run all the stuff. What is the difference between the NTM version in 1.7.10 and the NTM extended in 1.12? Mostly the machines and the version. You see, the 1.12 was actually just an older version of 1.7.10 that's gone a completely different path as far as development for 1.12. Now, I always like to bring this up in every single stream when somebody mentions 1.12 because it's a huge thing that I don't think people know about. But here, I'll go ahead and post this in the chat. This is on CurseForge and also on GitHub, although I recommend using the GitHub. That is the 1.12 version with all of the 1.7.10 features. So it's like a hybrid of both. So hopefully that is something interesting that you might look at. So we want to set up another Zernox for the different fuels we're producing now. And so with this, it's kind of, well, we have 233, we have 230, or reactor grade, 238 reactor grade. Really, we're just going to do a bunch of fuel crafting for those. I think. Should things not get too spaghettified, we should be able to have enough space for that. I also want to make this place look finished since we've been working on the outside a bit, it looks like. So we'll do some building too. We'll start off with some building since it's a little bit lighter and it should get me into the mindset I need to be in when dealing with the heavier tasks. It's a warm-up. One thing I will say for the 1.12 versions is that I've always liked both versions, not just the 1.7.10 version. I don't mind 1.12. I might make fun of it from time to time, but I don't mind it. It's certainly not a wrong way to play any game. It's not necessarily always something I want to go play, but sometimes I'm like, maybe I want to go do that. Somebody's knocking on my door. Or am I just retarded? I think I'm wrong. I think I'm stupid. Nobody's at the door. Unless somebody's at the wall. I think there's nobody actually there. Unless my neighbor's banging on the wall. Then we'll just have to do ASMR for the entire stream, guys. Be quiet the entire stream, guys. Gotta keep it down because my neighbor is trying to sleep, probably. Yeah. Even though he hasn't slept in 5 days. He's just been drinking alcohol. That's all he does. He drinks alcohol for sustenance. Stays awake for 5 days straight. What is wrong with this man? Honestly, I don't blame him. It's the way to go. Alcohol is awesome. But 5 days straight. That's crazy. That's crazy, dude. That's gotta be so bad for you, man. It's gotta be so bad. Talk about liver poisoning. He has no liver left. It's sad. It's sad sometimes. Just do some exterior detailing on Chernobyl 5 power plant. Why am I calling it Chernobyl 5? What is this? Maybe it's a floor above me? It's not even real. I don't understand. What the heck? Man, this place is haunted. This place is haunted, bro. It's literally haunted, bro. What the heck? I heard banging for the second time, and he's coming from my door. I checked. There's nobody there. There's nobody fucking there. What the heck is going on? It's just fall. The world is collapsing and on itself. That's what's happening. It's haunted. Haunted, dude. It's okay. I'll just scream at the ghosts and just scream swear words at them. They'll go away. This is the Church of Zernox. Church of Chernobyl. Zernonium. That would actually be a great idea. Let's build a church, guys. The Church of the Fallen God. We're building a church. That's what we're building. Many people have asked, what do you like to build? I say to them, I don't know. I don't even get the joke I'm trying to make at all. How do I make this look perfect and beautiful? Somebody, maybe the symbol for the church is a Y, because he died on the Y for our sins. Or Space Invaders. Space Invaders, dude. He died playing Space Invaders for our sins. No. The Church of the Zirconium. Zirconius. Just make a shape that looks like a Xernox reactor. So basically a tombstone. Boom. That's the shape of the... I'm glad people are coming to join my stream today. At this time. See, I split my weekend into Saturday, Sunday. Hold on. No. Screaming at a ghost would piss it off, just warning you. I mean, hey, I'm more scary than the ghost will ever be, so. It will be more scared of me than, you know, the other way around, so. Even if there is a ghost, if I were to stream at it, it'd probably get scared. It'd be scared. It would see me and go, oh crap, I messed with the wrong guy. Sorry, wrong house. And just go away. It'd go haunt my neighbors instead. Who are less scary. Be like, where's this guy on? Thank you so much, man. It's nice hearing that. I mean, I've been playing HBM mod for a while, so I know a lot about it. But besides that, like, you're talking about like the other stuff I talk about. I know a lot of stuff, so my brain is just a massive repository of everything I learn. Like to learn a lot, so know a lot of stuff. Even in real life too. I just like Minecraft because it allows me to open up my mind to creative problem solving. It's a interesting subject. Like I feel like creative problem solving is something people can train. Like it's not just that something you're given a set amount of. You can train your creative problem solving to be better. And I like to do that for Minecraft. Like some people, they might like puzzles. Some people might like other things. But I personally enjoy this since it's a lot of technical stuff that I can do. I must have died with my chisel, which is sad. Obsidian. Let's make an obsidian chisel. It's only 11 p.m. I mean, I was at 9 p.m. when I went to the gym. My sleep schedule is so weird right now, though, because I have Sunday, I have Saturday, Saturday and a half, Sunday, and Sunday and a half. They're all separated by 4 hours of sleep, every single one of them. And I can get no more than 4 hours of sleep before I have to wake up each time. Effectively, I have the world's worst sleeping schedule of all time. Yeah, I made the, I think I did that, actually. I think I have done the meteorite sword stuff, but I'm not gonna... we could get started on that right now. We could do the meteor sword, but I don't really wanna. I kind of just wanna focus more on the tech stuff, which is what I've been doing. Technology. We could definitely get into meteor sword, stuff like that. I have done it in playthroughs before. Yeah, I realized that a factory doesn't always have to look like an actual factory. What I mean is, there's different styles of factories. There's not just, oh, this factory, that factory. They're all the same. This factory is the cathedral of our God. Zernox. But what I did do is I made chain steel. That's one of the things I've done before that would be very impressive, or considered a very impressive task to complete an HBM mod. I made chain steel, and I had like 20 crates full of steel. They were all steel crates, and they were all full of steel ingots. That was the playthrough of all time. It'd be cool to revisit it, but I don't think I'm ever going to have that opportunity. Well, I will have that opportunity, but still. Why am I trying to make a dash chisel when it's actually just a 2 dash and a stick to make a shovel? Oh, and if you're all wondering where all my power tools are, they're currently all the way over in this because I accidentally flew my helicopter into it, so I died there. We're never gonna get them back for like 6 years if I were to try to go get them back. They'd probably despawn before I could get them back. However, because they're currently unloaded, the odds of me getting them back at some point still exist, which really doesn't matter much. However, the odds are there, so 1% chance. I will say this is a different structure, like a different style from, well, maybe it isn't. Maybe it follows the same building pattern to some degree, same building style. We will see how this looks at the top, okay? We need to put a steeple on it too because it is a church after all. It's a very religious area. It's almost like a Greg church or something like that. Church of Greg. This is approved by HBM mod. The HBM Bobcat himself. This doesn't look too bad. I'm not sure. Does this look right? What do you guys think about this part here? Do I need these to still be here, or could I get rid of them? Or should I do this? Kind of extend it out a bit, and then remove that. I'm not sure how I like it the most. If I'm being honest, this is not bad, but I'm not sure. So, I actually have no idea. Well, also, we need to make corners for these somehow. And I think I know how to do that. Keywords, I think I know how I can do that. I don't actually know. I figure I will take stone bricks and probably chisel them. Fortunately, they don't have what I'm looking for, but they have something. So we'll find that, use that, and create the borders I need. We'll just go with this. We'll just make a few stone slabs. That should do the trick, okay? That'll be enough. And then while we're working on this, we can start thinking about the Zernox, what we need for it. So we're gonna need 3 new turbines probably, which I think could be a good starting point. Or we could start with the reactor. It all depends on what I want to do first. It's my choice in this case, so I'm not... Or you guys can choose for me, but I will probably start with... I mean, it makes the most sense to build the reactor. Or does it? What are we going to do for the roof on this? That's a question I haven't actually even thought of yet. But at least we're creating progress. That's all that matters, really. This thing is so far from, well, was so far from being done. Now it's looking like an actual structure. It might be the first build I complete, which would be very nice. Yeah, it's fine. That doesn't bother me at all. But it's like this. Alright, time to tear down the inside walls. We need to get it to daytime so I can see how this looks during the day to actually model an exterior entrance for it there. Honestly, it would only extend a block out from the current structure. That would be how I do it. Is extend it just slightly a bit out from there to make a little bit of an entrance. Like, fonts are like a style, right? Like, a font is a style, and usually the words in the font describe what it looks like. Like modern, empty, bold, gothic, or something like that. That's how you could describe a building, too. That's how you could describe somebody's builds. I think I know what to do with this. Alright, that's part of it. The crater obsidian is from a lava lake. I've harvested a lot of it. But not all of it. That doesn't look bad. That doesn't look bad. I'm coping with the fact that it kind of looks a little bit odd. Yeah, no, that works. That works kind of. I can work with this somewhat. Honestly, it'd make the most sense to just get rid of that piece there. On both sides. Let's figure that out. Remove a piece here. Should do the trick. Then one on the other side. And usually with obsidian, I use that for other stuff. Boom. What do I need for the Xernox as well? Since we're going to be looking at that today. So 4 steel shells. So just steel for that. Okay. Technically, there is no rules to how I build this. Which means that, like, I could completely do the exact same shape that I'm going to do on that piece over to here. I'm going to explain that in a second, but we'll use our stone bricks to build the structure up there. Once that's aligned with the center of that part of the building, I just have to align it like that. And then I can do this. And then I can go across to the other side. More stone bricks, please. Thank you. Cross to this side. Back to here. And then back across. And then in the center we can put our church steeple, since I want this to be some kind of religious area. Nuclear religion. Hey, they didn't fall out. We can do it here, too. For certain. Without a shadow of a doubt. Now, if we wanted to, we can make this less or more steep than the one over there. Honestly, I'm kind of... Or we could do the same amount of steepness, or we can make it more steep or less steep, or however steep we want it to be. We will see how that looks in a second. Or not, we'll just see how it looks right now. It's not bad. It could be made shallow at the bottom, so it's more like the Taco Bell logo. That's the way to get the shape correct, is to describe it as a Taco Bell logo. You know what would be good is like actually using stairs in this build, but you know what I'm not using? Stairs. For whatever reason, I'm using no stairs. Why? Why have I decided to do this to myself? It's okay. It will come through. That'd be like the perfect place to use them too. If I had to choose a place to use stairs. It's not bad without the stairs though. It won't look bad. Or we could just disconnect the 2 pillars of stone bricks. I love my parkour skills right here. The parkour of all time. Ah! My legs. I haven't heard anybody banging on any doors or anything in a while, so either my neighbor fell asleep or the ghosts have gone away. Okay, I'm never gonna learn from my mistakes, am I? It's lopsided. My Taco Bell logo for the Church of Nuclear Tech Mod. That's what we'll call it. The Church of Bob. The most holy of churches. No, we're out of bricks, dude. It's okay, they only cost like $5 on eBay. Or $2 on Amazon. We will run out of building materials eventually. It's just a matter of time. Also, if you didn't see the stream earlier, I will give you a walkthrough of what we currently have as far as the Xernox goes. I did, if I didn't already do that. I don't believe I gave a good walkthrough if I did give a walkthrough at all. So I'll give you all a rundown of what that looks like in a minute, because we're almost finished with the outline, and then I can just be like, oh, well, we won't have a roof because I'm too wishy-washy to build a roof at this time. I don't know if I want to build a roof or not. I don't know what I want to use for the roof. Probably nether bricks. Nether bricks would be a great option. We haven't built with them in a while, so we should go to the nether and grab some. Boom. Boom. Church of the Broken God. That's what we're building. Fifthism. SCP Foundation. Huge SCP nerd right here. World's best Toff brush, guys. It's the best Toff brush. I mean, this looks like a factory, but at the same time, looks like kind of like a church. It's like I kind of managed to do both, which is like, that's great. That's what we were going for. It's a church factory. We'll also need some stained glass so I can build some interesting shapes into this build, okay? I'm pretty sure Mojang would not approve of the shapes I'm going to build when I have the capabilities to do so with some stained glass. And I think you all will understand shortly when I go to build those shapes. So we'll get some stained glass and start building some very, very sword-shaped, very, very phallic objects into this build. It's religious. Trust me. Trust me, it's part of the religion. It's a gimmick, Sonny. It's okay. Yawn. I'm pretty exhausted. We'll put this in here. What colors do I have to build with? I have yellow. That's perfect. I have blue. That's okay. That's not bad. Those are some good colors to use. Let's see what colors of glass I have available at this time. Ooh. Ooh. Play alone. That's right. Yeah, I play alone. If I played in a server, that'd be... I have played in servers before. I'm not a big fan of, like, playing on servers usually because I'll go and I'll log off and I'll come back and then there'll be 60 new machines and people will have been trying to blow up stuff and stuff. Usually it's the first one where it's just like I come back online after like two or 3 hours and then my base is full of machines I didn't make, which bothers me. So I mean, yeah, it's fun though. It definitely is fun. Oh, you can't get texture. You can't get glass in that texture. I need to put my flip-flops on, dude. It's fucking ground is not very good. Texture is like awful. My feet are so dry that the floor texture is no good. It's no bueno. We need yellow and pink glass. So if I don't have pink glass, it's fine. We'll figure it out. So, but I want specifically yellow and pink. Pink stained glass. Pink dye. It's made with red and white. Okay, that's easy. It won't be hard at all. That's what they all say. I don't know why I chose blue dye. Would be fun to create a small whitelisted server with multiple chemical sites all hooked together so we can help each other out. Yeah, that'd be fun. I would honestly do that if I had the time. I don't have the time anymore for stuff like that. Like I would log off and I mean I just wouldn't be able to keep up, honestly. Maybe it'd be worth it. But usually whenever I come up with ideas like that, I'm already working on this idea. Like, if I'm just playing this, I'm just playing this casually. I'm not gonna try to... My schedule on this isn't even that great either. Like, usually I'll leave and I'll come back and I'll leave and come back. But that'd be a great idea, something I could do. I would do. I'd be willing to do it. Or give it a shot. I'd probably log on once a week. Let's try to do that. Try to be on once a week. That'd be a great goal. I mean, we've done stuff like that in the past. All right, we have our first step to creating the art of all time. We need the second step, which is going to be sand. Pink dye. We need what other dyes would be necessary to make something that looks very, very disgusting and very distasteful. Create a small community. And I'm certain there's people in my Discord who'd be down to do it as well. A lot of them would be willing to go play like that kind of stuff. I'll drop a link to my Discord for everybody who is currently in chat, since the Discord link never works, so Unitaser. Okay. Well, I've had several servers that I've done before in the past. We did some PvP servers. We did some normal play together servers. Those were the days. Those were the days, the good days. I hope I have connected textures or something, so I can have connected textures on my glass. Check my options. Ooh, good. Perfect. I'll take this glass and we'll make this into something even better. Glass panes. Stained glass, borderless glass. That's the first step right there. The second step, we need yellow dye. Good thing I have plenty of it right here. Dandelion yellow. These two colors will go together and create the most unholy of abominations. We will offend the YouTube gods, the algorithm, and everything right now using this one simple technique. We have all of the colors we need for a very specific object. It's been alluded to in prophecies. This is gonna be lopsided. Should I just do the entire thing? I'm gonna remove the glass from here, or remove the stone. This is not enough space for my project, my piece of art. That looks perfect. That will do. What am I doing, dude? Why am I building this? We're building the factory of all time, guys. Don't worry. No, that doesn't look right. This looks perfect. We need answers to the questions of why. Why do such a thing? No, we don't. We don't need those answers right now. All we need to know is that it's happening. It's all part of the process. I think we need more pink dye. Pink glass panes are kind of out of stock at this time. Oh, what, they don't connect? Oh, they do connect, and it's just gonna look funny. It's okay. It's a rocket ship, guys. If that one wizard can do it, who does all the magic tricks, if he can do that, well, then I can also make this shape too. So if he can make 1,000 jokes about a certain organ, then hey, I can also make 1,000 jokes about a certain organ. Honesty goes a long way. There we go. It looks like this is gonna look a little different. It's gonna look a little bit like solar panels, dude. It's gonna show. It's gonna make the shape. The shape that needs to be made. I think this could look a little bit better, so I'm gonna make it look a little bit better. It will look a little better if I make this. There we go. Do the same on the other side. And also get more pink. Yeah, I think my neighbor's still drunk. He will be permanently drunk. That's great. I don't know if I like the way this looks. I think this could look better, but I'm really not sure. We're building an object so simple to build, and yet we're still struggling. Also, I'm not sure I like the glass on this. Maybe the whole thing needs to be this, or the other way around. That looks much better and really captures what I'm trying to convey with this image. Stop. Alright, we're making progress. Kind of. Backwards progress. We're going to the Stone Age, guys. My apologies. Forget this electrolyzer. I will boom this electrolyzer. 10,000 explosives. Awesome. Awesome sauce. Maybe I should build the whole thing one color instead of doing it in multiple colors. Maybe that's my issue. We'll post this in HBM Discord. This is the Xernox reactor of all time. Okay, I think we're there with that one. I'm not sure though. I feel like it could be better if the blue wasn't there and it was just solid bricks all the way around. That's what I'm gonna do. I feel like it really detracts from the image I'm trying to convey with this piece of art. Let it be known that this is the art of all time. There we go. That's the mural of our wonderful church. Great religious church. The reactor room. It's so stupid. It's probably not even going to be visible on the inside. It's just so you can see from the outside to see the massive amount of machines that are going to be in here. And on the other side, we'll have the rising sun. We have to finish this build today. That is my goal. To make this into an actual build and then post it into HBM Discord somewhere. And say it's a dedicated nuclear power plant. If there's a place where I can share my base off in there. Or maybe next time I do a base walkthrough, I'll show you guys the... I'll show off this building again. I'll be like, well, look how far we've come since the last time I did one of these videos. Which was like 8 years ago. Build and decorate are the most difficult thing, more than get to the Soyuz. Yeah. Ooh. Then on the roof, we'll just build a regular looking church steeple. Since we don't want to be too above and beyond at this time. That doesn't look bad. I like the blue in there. Like blue and pink in there. That looks a lot better than it would if I just did regular. This really does look like a church, but like if it was built wrong by somebody who was by a middle schooler who thought a church looked like this. That's how I would describe what I'm building. And I'm not sure if that's a positive or a negative. Boom, boom, boom. Boom, 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 boom. Boom, boom, boom. Wait a second. They don't say. What? Oh, it is correct. Nice. Let's continue. Head up to the top. Okay. This is a yeah. This is a build for sure. Go to the ground level, take a look. It's all obscured by dirt, but it looks really good so far. Oh my god. What have I built? I have built an abomination. We're gonna go get some netherrack and turn it into bricks. Or go to the nether fortress, wherever that may be. And I don't know where it's at in this world, so that'll be a fun adventure for us to go accomplish and hopefully not die in the process. So I'll bring some arrows with me and we can go complete the task at hand. We'll also start working on the Zernox in a second. While we're here, we're gonna drop anything that's valuable so I don't lose it. Since losing it would be literally death. Death of our civilization as we know it. Alright, that's perfect. I will be back in a second, but I don't think you all will leave. I think you all are going to stay here for a little bit while I go use the restroom. Okay, I'm back. I have returned. My name is back, and I'm back. Yeah, my legs are definitely fried. They're sore. I did a good job. Self-improvement's going well. We need more bricks of stone. Oh, wait, we're going back to the nether, so, back to the nether. 1986. That's when the Back to the Future movie went to, I think, is 1986. Or that was when it was. It was 1986. Something with 1986. I know it wasn't 1984 because that was 41 years ago now. So. Oh crap! Oh fuck! We've been to a Nether Fortress, so where is it? Where's the fortress of old time? I like white phosphorus in my pants. Makes me feel very good. Ooh. Ah. I like quartz. It's pretty good for making stuff. Like actually something very valuable for redstone. Redstone is important, okay? Just because we're playing modded doesn't mean I necessarily am not going to need logic. Because sometimes you need to think outside the box to get a task done. Like for the watch reactor, it's really simple, and I had a way of doing it, but I can't remember what that way was. Because it's been so long since I did that. In my previous playthrough, we got to the ICF laser, and then we quit. ICF laser, and then quit. Well, I have the world still, and I would go back to it, but I don't have my PC with the world on it. So therefore, we're never going to go back to it. For a long time. For the foreseeable future. We'll have to do more mining in the Nether so we can get more of the stuff I need. Okay, let's go ahead and get to work. Those will do their thing. These guys will go over to here to do their thing. And then we'll go to work on making the Xernox reactor, since we now have a very clean inventory to start with. So, the Xernox reactor currently is going to require me to assemble steel in copious quantities. We should have the capabilities to do so. As you can see, the Xernox is quite simply 16 steel. So we'll split our steel down to 16 so I can shift click through this. Boom, 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 boom. Steel plates. And then shell. Here we are with 22 steel left. To make 8 of these. Each of them requires 3. So 8 times 3, if you do the math, will give you 24. That essentially means all I need to do is split this stack of 52 and drop 2 to do the exact same thing. Type in pipe, and then shift click, and I have enough for making the next part of this. The next part is boron. You need 8 pieces. By far, we should have enough boron for this, so. Or not. We probably actually don't have enough boron. No, we have enough. Okay, boron is accomplished now that we've completed the task of boron. Graphite is really easy. Take the amount of these that we need in graphite, 16. Rubber is going to be difficult because we only have 1 rubber. Now let's go ahead and head over to the burner press. We're going to need a template for this, the flat stamp template. Place this into the burner press and then go ahead and put in our lignite coke. This will make graphite. While our graphite's being constructed, I can head over to here and see that we probably don't have any rubber being produced. We have 4 rubber. But if you see we have 5 and 9, that makes probably 14. That means I need 2 more zinc at least. Now to get more rubber faster, I probably should assemble a little bit more steel and make quite a few more barrels. So you can see that's holding us back quite a bit, is the barrels. So I'll grab some tar and we'll do that. You can make tar into the stuff as well, the coke, if you need to. Alright, here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Should do the trick, and then we split this down. It gives us 3, and that will give us 3, and this will give us 40. You're telling me that this is the way you do it? You do it like this now? Oh, okay, it's always been that way. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That means I have enough for probably... Yes, I would have enough for... No, I wouldn't. I'd be short by a few. It's enough to make the outside of one, so I need 2 more. I need 4 more, actually. Anyway, that's enough of those. That will give us enough, a plentiful quantity for making the oil into barrels, which we can then transport. Over here. Oh, this light, if you shine this on an architecture block, will lag out the game like crazy, dude. You gotta be careful with this flashlight, dude. If you shine it on the right things, your game will start lagging. One oil barrel done. This will take a minute, won't it? Alright, 2 oil barrels done. I think we'll probably need 3 or 4 oil barrels. It's worth the wait. And then we'll have to get zinc, but zinc is easy to get. Zinc is not hard. So we have zinc, we just have to shred it or process it through the other methods. Then we have enough space for 2 of these guys to be placed in. So those 2 will do their things. Boom. And then when we come back, we're ready to just grab it. Grab and go. That's probably really horrible for the environment, but I don't care. Take a turn to left. Left turn. Right turn. What am I working on? Oh, yes. Dump the oil into the machines. Those other two can be used in the kerosene. Alright, so we're producing oil. Wait, what's my nuclear reactor doing? Do I have it turned on? I'm freaking out now. Imagine if it ran out of fuel and it's just cycling fuel rods or something stupid. What if it is cycling, though? That'd be pretty good. Oh, these are at 5 million. No! Hey, this is good news, guys. The thorium is depleted. Red? What color does it go out of? If that's blue, that's purple. Okay, it goes out purple. Put it in the machine. We're dying. We're dying a terrible death. Where's my hazmat suit? That'd probably be very useful at this time. This needs to run the special crafting recipe. Perfect. Okay, everything's good. Give it a shot. As you can see, it's doing the stuff it needs to do. If we check up here. Yes! Oh my goodness, you guys don't know what this means to me right now. This is beautiful to see. This means that we have all of the fuel rods. They're getting reproduced. Oh, they're getting recycled. The only problem is it puts them in wrong. It doesn't know the pattern. So we have to alternate between having the... It'll be fine. They'll all run together perfectly okay. It will work. Trust me. And if it doesn't, it's okay. But that was exciting to see. That was so beautiful. That means that it works. That means that it works so good. It means it recycles. It runs. That's what it's supposed to do. I didn't give you guys the brief walkthrough, but basically this does this. This guy splits the stuff, and then because I want to have my fuel rods be the same quantities, I just separate out the actual Xernox rods back into the reactor. So I don't actually have to really like do anything with that. I just split them out of the auto crafter so they go their own way. And they're blacklisted from going that way, which means only the actual outputs can go this way, which are things that I need to process down for this part of this setup, which has nitric acid. And then also, we need to run kerosene production as well, which is a huge thing that we need to do. So we'll get started on kerosene production in a second. Alright, let's get this kerosene underway. The big thing with the kerosene is that I want it to be... If I want to produce kerosene, all I have to do is move a couple of barrels. And we'll see if these guys have oil. That guy's empty. Is this guy empty? Okay. That's looking good. That means it's doing its job. Guy's empty. Bake light is done. Beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful. Just gonna do a walkthrough. Oh yes, needs. Means we need 2 more for the rubber we need. Let's go ahead and turn off that for a second. I know for a fact we don't need this gas flare to run like this constantly. Need some serious quantities of stuff. Turn it back on. Come on, use all the energy. Use all the gas in the tank on this. I believe in ya. I have faith that it can use all this natural gas, so I don't let any natural gas go to waste. There we go. Effectiveness? Nah. Oh, look, that's actually... quite literally the amount it needs is just a gas flare. This is, if you have this, you can do 2, I guess. Huh, that's interesting. I never knew that. I guess I can just let that sit there and run for like 5 years. We do need to get a new gas flare though. That's because we need 3 of them technically if we want to have that thing run a gas flare to power itself. How much petroleum gas do we even have here? We probably have quite a bit. Anyway, the big thing with this is just putting in the oil. We have plenty of it. Putting in and processing oil. $5 billion liters of oil. Petroleum gas 1080. Aromatic hydrocarbons, bitumen is not getting broken down, is it? Why? Crude oil is clogged. How is it clogged? It just doesn't have a pipe to it. It doesn't pipe it back. What? I set up the crude oil without piping it back. It's fine. How much kerosene do I have? Probably not a lot, but at least we're making good progress on that. That means in the Church of Zernax, we have the wonderful uranium production underway. Beautiful. Beautiful. How much thorium do we have at this time? 19. That should be enough to make a few more rods. Enough to make at least a few more rods is pretty good. Alright, we just need to get the rubber, and then we should be working towards nuclear power. Total atomic annihilation is what we're working towards. And with that, I can also check to see if I need to plug in anything in the base to run it. It should be cut off somewhere in here, in this region. Or not, or never mind, it isn't. But did it do all of the rare earths? Yeah, it must have done all of the rare earths. Unless I did not supply them to it. Let me check. It must have done them all. Must have. I mean, there is a lot of dash. Okay, well, if it did all the rare earths, let me see if I can find more stuff for it to do. Thorium doesn't sound like a bad idea, because we do need a bit of thorium. Do we have any uranium in here? Guess I processed all of that. That would make a lot of sense. We'll run, let's run gold. I don't have much gold, do I? This would be cool to see if I can make a lot of gold this way. Since we need gold anyway. Boron. Ferroboron. Ferroboric acid. Boronium. Brotonium. Brotrons. Actually, what I want to do is aluminum. This is going to make a lot of materials. That's why I want to make aluminum. There we go. See, aluminum will make more materials than the rest of it, so that's why I'm going to make aluminum. Per volume, aluminum and bauxite combined produces so much more of the basic resources used to produce most of the machines in this mod. That essentially, in other words, in stupid words, for every aluminum I have so much more titanium, iron, and other things that is just more valuable than gold to me. So, while I don't have much gold, that means it is valuable. But while I also have a limited quantity of those other materials, and they're more used, that makes them valuable as well. Gold is super niche, so I don't really need it much. Versus something that's more useful. Something I have a higher demand for. Alright, we should be able to get the amount of steel I need to make with this. Keywords on should be able to. It's not guaranteed at all. I'm just gonna make a stack. This one will be orange, this one will be green, this one will be green, and that one will be green. This place is beautiful. It's good to watch. Okay. I'm gonna say it needs a little bit more. I don't trust it with my rubber production. Alright, with that, I now have all the stuff we're going to need for Zornox. And I'm working towards the final steps of Zornox. This needs to go in here. Oh, what the heck? Why is there an issue with my cryolite? Is it just getting flung? Is that what's happening? Figures that it would get flung somehow. It's backwards? This is what? Hold on 1 second. This is not right. Something here tells me that's not supposed to be facing that angle. Oh, also we're running multiple electrolyzers at the same time, which is quite terrifying. Because that means I have potentially upwards of 3 of them running. There we go. That should do the trick now. Because now it's going to actually put things where they need to go. So let's take a look at this as it does its job. You can see we're producing thousands upon thousands of aluminum, iron, and whatnot. It's all going to this box, as well as fluorite. Now what I've chosen to do is use cryolite for my second phase of this process, since the cryolite contains fluorite, and I'd rather spend cryolite to make fluorite on my alumina. This doesn't cost as much to run these guys for just a liquid electrolysis. However, running them for like solid electrolysis is where it is expensive. You have to use nitric acid and a lot more energy that way, so it's time to turn on my nuclear power plant. Oh, is this connected even? I guess it is. What's happening with the power? Power's gone! Oh no! I guess it wasn't meant to be. I was never meant to run all of my electrolysis machines all at once. It's okay. I mean, they have plenty of energy. They should be fine. But what's not going to be fine is this first machine here. Slowly dying of energy consumption. Wow. Wow! Look at it go! Impressive. Okay, I'm probably wrong. These probably contain consume just as much. But this is so cool to watch it go. This is amazing. Like, look at how much aluminum I have. Plenty. I mean, it's a little expensive to use aluminum for piping nowadays, but it used to be really cheap back in the day when you had to use like one machine and you got like 5 billion of it. was more cheaper than iron. I would say now the energy cost makes it more expensive, but still, that's just the energy cost. So if you are an energy beast, it might be more effective to use aluminum. If that's your thing, is energy production. If you like really specialize in it and you're really good at it. Some people are good at energy production, others aren't. Just a fact. It's facts. Super dense steam. Everything's running good at the power plant. We're just waiting on this batch to get up so we can get our temperature up a little bit. And then it should kick in and we should be able to power every single one of them. It's just waiting on the thorium to enrich, which takes a bit of time, but we are able to do it. I think soon we'll be into bedrock processing. That'd be a fun thing to get started on. Bedrock, but I want to get oil fracking first, honestly. Oil fracking, maybe get into the PWR a little bit. That'd be nice. Uranium-233. Obviously, we need the Xernox because this will change our production from just, oh, we're making basic nuclear materials to now having access to advanced ones. What I mean is from just raw uranium to now we have regular uranium. Now we can have, stuff that is beyond the products of regular uranium fuel, like MOX fuel, or stuff beyond those, like the byproducts of those. It's a bit of work though. Hopefully I have enough circuit boards that I don't actually need to do the extra stuff for this. Two. Okay. I can, this is doable. This is work withable. Give it some time to do what it needs to do. Hopefully that will produce enough for 8 of them. It'd be great if I had 8 of them. Oh, okay. Perfect. This guy's out of power, right? No, he's slowly going up, isn't he? Yeah. Super slowly. Alright, this is more than enough. It's enough for 10. 10 wafers, 10 waffles. Can start making those waffles while I put the 3 silicon we have extra away. Take a sleep. Alright, we're gonna do that. Boom. One, two. We have insulators, correct? Good! Plenty of insulators. Insulators, oh plenty. This will all go into here and it should just do what it needs to do. Oh, but it's out of power because of nuclear. We're out of power. We need our nuclear reactor to be good. Let's go ahead and shut it off so it doesn't consume extra energy that it doesn't need to. Like, disconnect this section of the power grid from this one. Then head over to the nuclear power plant, check it out, what's going on there. Oh, what's going on here? We have so much sodium aluminate, it's unreal. We could produce more aluminum than the entire galaxy in real life contains. Probably even the entire universe. Our reality doesn't match the amount of aluminum I have collected. Nice, we now have some thorium fuel in here. Temperature's going up a little bit. Okay, that's good. See to it that we get some more fuel in there, or we're gonna have some problems. How much is this guy processing currently? What is this guy doing currently? How much is waiting? Thorium is waiting? What are we waiting with? No kerosene? Okay. That makes a lot of sense. Where is my phone? It's my alarm. Perfect. Now I know it's 1 a.m. in the morning. We should have enough energy in these to, yeah. That's because this all is now fuel, so it's producing like its maximum energy. And I could probably let that sit there for a little bit and it will be fine. I'll come back and I'll see that it's going to be perfectly running. The thorium and the uranium should be alternating at this point. However, if they ever synchronize, it will be a pretty bad issue because then we'll lose the actual lock in there, which I wish this was more like the Watts reactor, to where it's able to do all of the beautiful goodness that it needs to do to hold a certain pattern, but this won't hold that pattern. It'll just shove the rods in. It doesn't matter though, really. All that changes is how efficient it is. I mean, that is kind of important, but is it really important? It's a question of all time. Do we have any concrete available? We do! It's over here in this box, waiting for you. Perfect! It's time to build my next Xernox reactor. And for this Xernox reactor, we're gonna say it's gonna operate with 10,000, I think, is a reasonable amount. I like your new assembly machine, Mr. Babka. You've done a good job with this one. It's beautiful. DUB. I like that it says DUB on the robot arm. Is there a particular inspiration for this machine? I wonder what it is, if there is one. Alright, here we go. Second Xernox reactor is good to go. It's time to put all the fuel in it so we can just destroy everything. Hey guys, welcome to Destroy Mod, and today I'm going to destroy all of my nuclear base using this one reactor. How am I going to get this online with this guy? Go over to here. Line it up. Good. Look at that. 2 Xernox reactors in one spot. That's almost unheard of at this point. I'm joking. It's totally heard of. We've done this a billion times. This is beautiful. This is a work in progress though. Like we still need to have 3 turbines for this thing. And we also need to have some kind of energy storage. But that's good to see that I've managed to achieve what I've managed to achieve with this. Something absolutely beautiful. So desirable. Okay, it's receiving 182,000, which is good. We'll set up the other half of this on the other side. That's outputting through the bottom, probably. What is the current status on those fuel rods? Okay, it should be fine. So we can obviously set up the automatic crafters for our reactor grade plutonium and uranium-233. I'm not sure what the numbers are going to be on those, how many rods I can do of it. Obviously I have 48 of those. I can probably do more rods for this than those. And then all of that gets ran through there. We can then reprocess it out of there, or process it out of there through the same setup over here. Just we have to do that and then boom. Run it through here. Or a separate one. Or just queue it on its own. It'd make the most sense to have it wait a second before it goes into the machine. Because if this machine is like, oh, well, we're currently running the reactor for thorium, we want to get the most out of that cycle, right? We don't want to just be like, oh, well, it's running thorium. Like, we want to... It makes more sense to build another one of these, I think. Because honestly, with one of these, that's good. Because it goes into this reactor that it needs to be powering. A second one would be better because, like... Okay, so that's something I will need to consider, is whether we do 1 or 2 of these. I mean, it's a nice machine, too. It looks beautiful. It's like one of the most beautiful HBM nuclear tech mod machines I've seen. Also, we need to figure out the numbers on this. Well, that's going to be pretty easy. And we should have plenty of CO2 available. We have at least 2,000 in the chem plant, and then we have a bit more over here. So let's head over and grab this real quick so we can start setting up this Xernox reactor as it needs to be set up. Stop falling into holes. This place is a mess. A hole every 5 meters, dude. Can't walk 5 feet without falling in to a hole. CO2 is good, guys. Okay, perfect. We now have 1,600 CO2 available for usage. Grab 8 of these, put them into here, and then boom. Put 8 into here. Boom. I think we'll go 2 more. Perfect. That should be 6 bars of pressure already. That's at 8 bars. I mean, that can run a higher temperature. It's a cooler fuel. A higher pressure, it's a cooler fuel. But of course, running it at a higher pressure is always better for the fuel. Okay. So now we have to figure out how we're going to get nuclear fuel made and sent to here. I mean, we obviously have... We could obviously do all the assembly right here and then just process the fuel rods right to where they need to go. This can be saved for deprocessing them rather than assembling them. And then turbines, that's the other thing. Turbines are probably the hard part. As you can see, a turbine is going to cost us not as much as it could, but yeah, we can make 3 of them. Those are the cheaper turbines, and they only give you 85% output. However, for the Xernox, you don't need the biggest turbines available. You only need those for this. You don't need like industrial turbines yet. We're not there yet. We're not at that stage of the game yet. So don't get ahead of yourself. Plus, these are pretty cheap to make. That's what you're after, is cheap. Cheap and easy. Save yourself some hassle and make it cheap and easy. So give it some time to do its thing, and we'll get started on those wonderful turbine blades. Oh my gosh. We love them so much. So much, guys. I love turbine blades so much. You all don't understand. You understand. Nice, we've completed a bunch of nether bricks too. That will come in handy for the roof. Can you just do it like 2 of these? To make the slabs? I could have sworn it was like 2 to make slabs. At some point it was like 2. I don't even remember the numbers on this, but I'll be honest, I probably have enough numbers to do this. We'll find out. Trial by fire. Oh, okay. It's really easy. Okay, there we go. That's perfect. So with this, all you need to do is remember that each of these is going to be 1. Essentially now I have enough that I can make all of them for that one. And then if I get more of those, we can make more for the next one. And so on and so forth. I don't think we're going to really finish this thing today. I mean, if we do, that'd be impressive, but I'm getting kind of tired now. So it's probably time for me to go to bed soon, so I can actually get some sleep in. Because I'm probably not allowed to sleep at work. That'd be pretty stupid if I was. Could probably pull it off somehow, but I'm not going to take that chance. It's not worth it. Boom. Now I can just grab my steel from here. And that's done. That just leaves me with the polymer and the coils. If you understand that coils are pretty much just a 1-to-1 ratio of red copper and iron, this is very easy to do. Like, that's how fast we got these turbines versus the industrial turbines. We'd still be working on this for like a half hour at least to get all 3 of them. That's just for 3 of them. If we wanted 3 of them, that's what I would do. However, the industrial turbines give you 100%, okay? Now, Leviathan turbines, they give you 85% again. However, 85%, like, those are really useful on things that are going to be really giving you a lot of output, like a PWR or like RBMK or something like that. Fusion reactor requires those to even be able to run. You can probably pull it off with like 100 large steam industrial steam turbines, whatever they're called. It's not worth it though. Okay, we're not running that kind of output. Okay, so that's why I'm gonna stick with these, because it makes the most sense. Alright, we're gonna have 1 for steam. For the steam of all time, super dense steam. Make sure to do it correctly. Steam, dense steam. Goes right here. See, if you shift click, it doesn't work correctly, so don't do that. And then finally we have just regular steam, which needs to go into a condenser, so we're gonna wait on that. Because the condenser requires, if I remember correctly, it's not actually too hard. Just regular steam condensers, 4 iron and a copper plate. And then I can make the first uranium-233 fuels by hand, or we could make the actual auto crafters we need. I'm willing to give it a shot and spend a little bit extra time on it. We will finish it today. We'll finish it before 2 a.m. this morning. Alright, that's good. Run this through here. Get that done. 1, 2, 3, 4. Hurry up. Okay, thank goodness. I'm waiting. Okay, we need conveyors too. This is the steam condenser. It will take your low pressure steam and turn it into water, which goes back in the machine. Really handy to have one of these. Otherwise it will just explode probably. So now that means I have steam here, then my steam is already set to steam, so it doesn't really matter if I have it set to steam or not. It's literally going to be set to steam by default. So from there, that just means all I have to do is connect everything together. And to keep it out of the way of the walking path there. That's how I'm going to do it. This means now I can just power this guy on, and then he will also contribute energy to my setup. So the final step of this process is basically to figure out how the heck I'm going to create and distribute and produce all of my wonderful fuels. We have quite a few fuels in this lineup, but the first of all of my fuels is going to be the wonderful and beloved 233 fuel, which getting that to be set up is kind of going to be tricky. I think it will be tricky, at least. I'm not sure. If I have my screwdriver on me, which I do, just rotate that there. And I think just conveyor belt from here to there is enough to get that part of the process rolling, which is the first step. We need 2 of these, remember. So the second one goes under the first one via a hopper. 2 auto crafters now, so that's 6 red copper and then iron ingots. So one, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Iron ingots. That gives me copper coils. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, now I can go ahead and say copper. 1, 2, 3, 4. Vacuum tubes now. Needs a tungsten. We need insulators. And these. Alright, let's do it. It's not hard. It's not hard at all. This is easy. It's easy work. But it's huge progress in the long run, because this is quite literally something I didn't want to do. So anything you don't want to do is huge progress, as long as it's something you can get done. And that should just be for the auto crafter. It's steel plates, I believe. And for the first time, we now have fuel production established for a 233 Xernox. This is actually incredible. Alright, so that's set in. Then the next step will be to grab a... Now obviously you could do any setup that works. I'm going to go ahead and say that I'm going to get rid of that there. That gives me a little bit of space in the future that if I wanted to, I could totally have a second set of those over there. We'll also need to set up crafters for regular plutonium fuel. However, that's not going to be hard to do either. Quite literally, all you need is steel and these to make the inserter. So that's my first step, is the inserter. The hard part is this plutonium-239, but we don't need that for anything at this time. So all of this is going to be just flowing all of that through there. They go together, so that's why they're there and not somewhere else. Would it make more sense to move this further forward? I don't know. No, let's keep it back here. This makes a lot of sense where it's at currently. The big thing with this is that while I have what I'm looking for on those, all I need to do is get the hopper, which is somewhere, but I'm not sure where we used it. Oh, we already used it over here. Or did we? It was never used there. It was never there. It was all a lie. Sodium hydroxide. Okay. Put on the hazmat suit, of course. We can't just be doing this like all without a hazmat suit on. That'd be stupid. We'd die. probably. This is uranium 233 we're about to play with, so I mean, it's literally just probably more radioactive than anything else I've touched so far. Boom. It's now doing the crafting it needs to do. So we now have 8 of those, and with that we can then set up another another process where it does this. It adds a fuel rod to it. Boom. And every 2 will make 1. That means it needs an inserter here for those. Boom. And then everything is getting more and more simple as we go through this. Or at least it should be, probably. I'm not a big fan of having this cable here. It kind of stops me from what I think would be a better option. You see, if I run the cable along the side of it, it makes a lot more sense to do it that way. That also gives me the future option to have the cable connect into other setups, potentially down there. And then, as well as that, this allows my output to be through the top. So if I need to output through the top, I can do that as well. Specifically, this is the big reason I did that, so I can output from the top to where I need it to be. And then with that, I have completed. Well, it would make more sense to output it through the bottom. What's stopping me from doing that? It just wouldn't be very safe. It wouldn't be like super like compact. I don't like it. That's what's holding me back. It's fine. We can just do it like we had it before. That makes a lot more sense, and it's a lot more compact this way. I like how dense this is. Like, you know, stuff's dense when you have this many machines in one spot. Technically, these are machines. So, yeah, if it has one of these, it will do that. It makes this, boom, a fuel rod. The fuel rod packing plant. And we'll go ahead and say that we need to make the max amount that we have available in there. So, boom, make them all. Do not put extra in there. We have enough as is. 4 is good enough. Now with these, we're going to set up another auto crafter for those guys in a second. First, I'm going to empty out my inventory and clear it of all of this random garbage that I don't need right now. So this next auto crafter will allow me to produce the plutonium fuel into fuel rods as well. One, two, three, 4, 5, 6. We're gonna do this fast. We're speedrunning this coil. Good. Good grief, it's done. And that's done. Quite good. It'd make a lot of sense to have it right in here. However, I then need to move the items into there. We're gonna do this using magic. Okay, this is gonna be very, very dangerous, this idea. But we need to move them, so. We're going to use this inserter to put them in a box somehow. Or, yeah, no, I got an idea. It's not a good idea, but no, okay. We'll take them one single piece at a time. Do it in batches, okay? Do it in batches. Oh, that's not even that much. That's safe to touch. I like uranium-238. It's safe to touch. That's amazing. It's amazing right there. Oh, what? There's a problem with that? You got a problem with that? Okay. There we go. I can fix it perfectly. So now it's just going to be able to insert the fuel into there and do the exact same assembly process. Oh, it's over there. That's good. Better if it was a weapon. Weapon from the stars, dude. I always check in case it is, because this is super rare that it happens, but sometimes it will drop a weapon from the sky. The Star Blaster. This is not a bad drop, though, as far as meteors go. Wow! So much progress. Such base design. So this essentially is where I'm going to begin to build my nuclear fuels. I believe it takes a total of 4 of these to 2 of those. Or it's the other way around. Yep. But that makes my billets. And then all I need is a hopper to move the items. So with this, we have now successfully accomplished both fuels are done in their automatic crafting. And we're just waiting on figuring out how to get a second Purex machine set up in this. Potentially needing to move the energy output for all of our stuff. However, we do have now access to a second Xernox reactor, which is good. And the fuel we need to run that Xernox reactor, which is even better. So we're looking at the future of Xernox technology right here. We just need to set up some conveyor belts and figure out how to do all of this stuff, but it should be fairly easy to do. Obviously, the conveyor belts are going to be annoying if they're just on the floor, so I hate to do that, but it's probably going to have to be that way. And of course, we need to have this go into here somehow, an inserter for those items. If I'm looking at it from the top, I place it down in there. No. Why are you doing that? Okay. This needs to go like this, like shift. No, do that. Yes, insert. If I can insert into there, this will put in my fuel rods. into here. This then outputs through the bottom. And so now all I have to do is move the fuel rods to my reactor here, through the ground, however I may do that. Would have to go 2 blocks under the ground if I want to do that in that certain way. Or move this down. This is a smart way of doing it, I feel like. Boom and boom. That gives you the capabilities to now have that like so. Okay. It's all just a matter of getting the stuff piped to here. Please work. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Alright, we now need to put in water so it actually has coolant. This is some technology right here. And we should still have enough space because this thing only takes up like 5 by 5. And so as long as we place it in this corner here, we would still have 5 by 5 available. It's really tight, but it would fit. Or we could place it under the ground beneath this one to have a second one in here. Always that option. Or above it, there should be enough, well, there could be enough, there's not going to be enough space above it, so. Or we could lower it down. I don't want to lower it. It looks good where it's at. Leave it where it is, okay. We need water. So let's go ahead and get a barrel of water. Fill a barrel with water. This is the easy part. 2 barrels of water. Should be easy to do. Or just use the infinite water barrel. Let's run back over there and figure it out. It should be completed to where I can finally just put in the water and it should be ready to start up. Just a little bit. You give it some time to fill with water. It will take 60 years. But with that, we have now finished the nuclear reactor for Cernox number 2. We're going to need some more auto crafters though to get the stuff figured out and reprocessed. Honestly, we might just reprocess everything through here and then figure that out. That'd probably be the way to do it. Is to just run one single Purex machine and hope we can run this. Alright, it's ready. Turn on. Temperature's good. Super dense steam is, I mean, it's kind of high on the super dense steam side of things. Even for this. Oh, what the heck? Water's down. What is this doing? It's producing dense steam. Of course, we have a pipe that's wrong. That's the problem. So it's balanced out at 45. Oh. Nice. Well, we can see there that produces, and it's going to produce quite a bit of energy too, since that is the best fuel we have now. So all we have to do from there, set up auto crafting, set up uranium, raw uranium storage. We are pretty much completed with what I want to get done with this build for today. So I'm going to set up a sign that says what I need to do, and then we're going to just be done. raw U storage auto deproc, and then we've already finished the processing, the production. So this is basically just deproduction. Then only need one silex to proc. I should understand what that means. Pretty much we just need one silex to do all the stuff, and then we just need to have one purex. I wrote silex. I'm stupid. That's all we need though. And if we wanted to, we could just do a silex for this guy. Whatever that might cost. It's probably not within our current budget. It actually is in our budget. But I don't know. I don't know how that works with this. And I don't really like the silex compared to this. This is beautiful. So I'm going to save and quit. I'm going to be done for today. Thank you all for watching. I will see you all the next time I